Good day everyone, my name is Dave Partner and welcome to this next tutorial on Angular 2. In this tutorial, we'll be looking at how to create a new component. Alright, to create a new component, like I taught you in the last tutorial, components are the different widgets on your screen, the different sections of your screen. And you know we are creating a blog, so first of all we need the home component, where maybe we'll list which will be the home page, sort of the blog. Alright, and this is how we're going to do it. We'll go to our command line interface. Make sure that you are in your project root folder. This is my server running, so I will exit my server by pressing Ctrl C on my keyboard. Ctrl C, and I'll press it again twice. Then my server is exited. I'm in my project root folder. So what I'll do is to create a new component is ng generate. I can just type ng generate component, then you name the name of the component, which is probably home component. Otherwise I prefer to use the shortcut. Instead of component I'll just type C, and instead of generate I'll type G, so it is ng-gc home. Alright, then you hit enter. But first of all, I want to show you the folder structure. Right here, what we have is our src folder. Then inside our src folder, we have our app folder, which is where we're working on and where we'll do most of our work. So inside this app folder, we have these files that came with it. They created one major component for us, which is the app component. So we need to create home. This home needs to be a folder inside this app component, and that folder will now contain 3 of home files: home.component.css, then home.component.html, and home.component.ts, and probably the spec.ts. Then that's what this, instead of us creating it manually, that's what this thing will automatically create for us automatically. And it will also go to app module. When it comes to app module, it will add this new component automatically for us instead of us adding it manually. Then it will import it for us. It will list it as ng module automatically for us. Alright, so it's just one fast way to create things. Just one command, and it does a whole lot of assignments for you. So hit enter, then we'll wait. Depending on the speed of your RAM, you could wait between 10 seconds to 2 minutes. So I'll just pause this video while it sorts out the files. Alright, okay, the files are complete right now. So as you can see, it created 4 files for us at a certain directory. It's inside src, which is here, app, which is this guy here, and then home, which is this new folder, then home.component.css. So if we open this, we'll see that it has created 4 files for us. And then let us check what it's in app module. If you look at app module, you see that it has imported this new component, and then it has listed it, it has declared it here. Alright, so which is kind of cool. Instead of us typing it manually, I like things that work automatically. That is why Angular command line is really cool when you're developing Angular 2 apps. So first of all, let's see when we get to our, as you can see, nothing shows up here, but let's look at what we really have inside the home. Inside the home, let's look at the HTML. You see that there's an HTML here that says home works. That's just like basic text. But when you look at here, you see that it doesn't show. So we need to tell Angular to display it, and we need to tell Angular which part of the page to declare it. So we go to our home component. Remember that our home is the root component, the first one that's showing. So whatever is showing here is in our home component. So our app component, sorry. So we'll go to our app component. We are seeing title. This is the title. This is what we have here. The title here. Then this is the title. Alright, so we need to insert our home, the contents of our home component. And so when we get back to our home component.html, this is the HTML content. We need to insert it inside this app component.html. Also, to insert it, we need to see which was the selector for it. So we go to home component.ts, and we see that it has created some default code for us. Then it's created the selector, which is app home. This is the HTML element that will display this. So we just copy the app home selector, then we go to our app component HTML and tell it where to display it. So let's say maybe underneath, just display the contents of app home. So before you're able to pull it, in the meanwhile, just type loading home components. You know, sometimes it might be loading, so what the user will see before then. All right, and but when we look at we need to run our server ng-serve, hit enter, and even when the server is running, it won't display the contents because we've not told app component.ts where to fetch this or what this means. So let me look at our server. Our server is running. We need to come to app component.ts and import home component.ts. I hope you get it. We go to app component.ts and import home component.ts. In Angular 2, any component you want to use inside another one, you have to import it. So let's go to home component.ts and look at what we should import. Home component.ts is exporting export class home component. That's the name of the class it's exporting. So we say copy. We'll go to app component.ts. As we are importing component, we need to import another one called import home component. From where? From on the same folder level. As you can see, app component.ts, this file that we're typing in is on the same folder level with a folder called home. So we say import home from a folder called home in the same folder direct level, and there is a file we're looking for, and it's called home.component.ts. So we say home.component. You don't need to put the .ts. Angular will figure it out. So now we have imported this guy. Angular now knows of a particular selector called app home, which is this selector which is this guy. Angular now knows of every other thing inside this class, all right, because this class is being exported and we have properly imported it, all right. So what we're expecting is you know what is in, we're expecting this guy to show up because that's what is inside this selector, all right. And we are here in the app component.html calling it. We're saying go to app home and call whatever that's inside it. But while you're trying to pull it out, this is what you have to show, all right. So we go and we're supposed to refresh. We check our server, and in case it's not loading, cool. Guess what just showed up? That is home works, because it pulled whatever is in app component.html, then it also pulled whatever is in app home component.html. All right, in the next tutorial we'll have to redesign this to look like a proper beautiful website, and we'll see how we can import CSS and other JavaScript files to make up a very beautiful page instead of this random text we're saying. All right, so see you in the next tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you.